So I talked about sponsors. Like, I had all these people coming out of the woodwork wanting me to do this, wanting me to do that. And one of them was Wizard World. So, like, I dropped the pipe bomb. All of a sudden, wrestling's socially relevant again. And all of a sudden, I got Wizard World going, hey, we want you to come to these signings. We know you're a comic book fan, and, like, we think you're great, and we think you're going to draw on this and this and that. So what do? Good little soldier that I am. I give it to the office, and I say, hey, these guys approached me for an appearance, and they want to do this, and it's X amount of money, and I want to do it on these days. So I need those days off of house shows. And the office takes it, and the office gives it to everybody else, which I can't get mad at. I can't get mad because my wife did some. The Shield did some. Fucking Cena does a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like, great. But where's the, you know what I mean? Like, I got that. Mm-hmm. Is there a kickback for me?
To you.
Is there a kickback for me? Because I feel like if I don't ask, if I don't raise a stink about it, that I'm a bad businessman. And now they think that they can just walk all over me and do whatever the fuck they want. Right? So I say stuff. I never get an answer. So I'm like, fuck them. Right? I have a Wizard World scheduled for Nashville. I'm sitting on the couch, fucking get an alert. I got a tweet. It's Wizard World saying, sorry, fans. CM Punk has been pulled from the appearance. He's being replaced with Daniel Bryan. And I'm like, huh. And I tweet back, that's news to me. First I heard of it. What the fuck's going on? And then, Stephen Sheamus immediately calls me. He's like, oh, hey, They pulled you from the thing, blah, 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 blah. All right, so now I have to call the office. It's just like being on the phone and going, hey, you're right. That is the European tour. I'm going to see if the movie studio can push back or move forward the shooting dates for the movie. Okay, great. Next day, Randy Orton's in the movie. Oh, great. Thanks for the call. So I call the office and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm pissed. And this is where I get the reputation of, he's hard to work with. Wouldn't you be pissed? Mm-hmm. Shouldn't you be pissed off that they just took this money? And I'm going to go ahead and say it. It was fucking $20,000 for 4 hours of fucking work, not throwing my fucking head at the ground. So I'm like, all right, what's the deal? Mark Carrano, ever the spin doctor. Well, Mexico's not doing so good and we need you on the Mexico tour. Okay. How many days is it? It's 4. It's 4 dates. Okay. I'm going to let you know now that $20,000 was my payday for 4 hours of work for not bumping. My check for that Mexico tour has to be at least $20,000. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's fair. Is that not fair? Yeah, that's fair. Take a guess what my check for Mexico was. And I was doing hardcore matches in the fucking main event every night. And yes, I probably had a fucking full-blown staph infection at that point.
I'm going to say less than $20,000.
It was $5,000. There it is. 4 shows for $5,000.
Wow. You think Hogan ever got
And here's the thing. And I got the check, and I bring it to TV, and I put it on the table, and I went, fix this. Because we had, you know what I mean? I'm not a bad communicator. They just don't like the way I communicate. Because I told them up front. Told them 6 months, 8 months prior. Hey, I'm going to this wedding. And then, a week before the show, it was like, hey, I told you. I told you to fix this check. So at that time, a guy named Sean Cleary or McCleary or something like that was the head of talent relations, and he was the guy who was supposed to take care of that. But what does a guy who he came from, I think he had a basketball background or something like that. He might have worked within the Celtics organization. What does he know about wrestlers who fall down for a living and how they should get paid and how it's structured? And when the rest of the office treated me like a less than, like I was a piece of shit, like they probably talked bad behind my back and joked, what does that tell them in their mind? Like, oh, okay, so we probably don't have to pay Punk as much. And I got $5,000 fucking dollars for being in the main event doing hardcore fucking no street fight matches against Curtis Axel and Paul Heyman. $5,000. Now somebody out there on Twitter is going to be like, "That's a lot of money." I was
just going to say that.
And I would love to work for Vince McMahon for $5,000. That's exactly who he fucking wants to have work for him. So go fucking work for him.
Yeah.
I know what the fuck I'm worth. You know why I know I'm worth? Because Wizard World was going to pay me $20,000 fucking dollars to sit in a fucking chair for 4 hours. And I bled every fucking night, and I fucking killed myself every night.
Bleed in Mexico? You didn't bleed.
We're fucking chairs, and I wasn't gigging.
Okay,
but You know what I mean?
Hysteria.
Hasidia.
That's from Israel, I think.
All right. And you know what I mean? And then they're like, oh, we're going to take care of it. We're going to fix it. And then they gave me a check for $4,000. And I was like, can you not add?
Yeah.
Are you fucking dumb?
This builds up.
Are you fucking dumb?
Badges, notches and badges.
Notches in my frustration badge. You know what I mean?
Should I add one to you right now?
Yeah.
My friend, I had a friend who was working with Slim Jim at the time, Scotty Immelfarb.
You had a... Oh my God.
Yeah. And he approached me and I connected you two, and you just done the pipe bomb, and
so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna wear fight shorts, like the old CM Punk shorts, and Slim Jim was one of the sponsors that was gonna be on my shorts.
They were all excited to. I mean, literally, like
I went and had fucking meetings.
Yeah.
I went out to, I don't know where the fuck they are. They're somewhere out in the burbs here. I went out and I had meetings with the head of the fucking company, and they were like
behind WWE, not behind, but like not set up by WWE.
No, not set up by WWE. And
right.
they were saying things like face of Slim Jim, not since Randy Savage. This is going to be great, and this is what we need. And they laid out these fucking ads for me where they had like funny ones where I was going to be a camp counselor, and they were doing this big ad thing where it was like I don't know. It was like Slim Jim camp. It was like, I don't know, whatever. And I was going to be like this hard ass, like, oh, you fell out of the tree and broke your arm. Fuck you. Eat a Slim Jim. You know what I mean? But like, and they just kept saying, they're like, Randy Savage. And I was just like, oh, this is so fucking cool. I'm going to be the fucking Slim Jim guy. And you saw it. I came home loaded with so many free Slim Jims and sunflower seeds and like all this shit that they fucking sell. And then what happened?
You weren't a Slim Jim man.
Not at all.
But there were other people with the WWE that were Slim Jim men. That were in the next campaign.
They were the next campaign, and they were told by the office, no, you don't want CM Punk. You want Rey Mysterio, Big Show, and Eve Torres.
And then there was...
And I can only imagine, I can only assume that they just don't want this one person to have this powerful sponsor. And it reminds me of the time Paul Heyman wasn't working with the company, and he was writing the storylines for the video game, and it's same exact fucking time.